and this has to be replaced. So what are the solutions?
You have to display. You have to display and make up.
What are the different solutions? Okay, call the carpenter getting replaced. Any other things?
Repair that thing.
Okay, anything? Sorry? Buy a new one, okay. Anything else? See, in this process, why I asked you this process? Because, see, what we do, when a problem comes, we immediately jump to solutions. We are all bound to that, say that we based on our experience, based on our knowledge, based on what other people do, we immediately tend to give the solutions. Now there might be, see, this happened because we are habitual to it. As I told you, for small, I again come back to my previously when I said that a child asks several questions: how, why, when, what will happen, or why you are doing this. So these questions, we only shut the doors of all these questions. And then when somebody asks us question, when we have shut this door, the other door open, that is solution door. We just want to give the solution. So now what has happened? I'll not blame you. The reason behind it, you're completely right. The solutions which we have told are completely right. But if we would have done this exercise in a very different way, then what would have happened? See, just imagine this thing. If I would have asked you this question, and you would have bombarded me with different questions, why are you changing this? This is a crack, okay, but why are you changing this? How old is this? Is this repairable? There can be hundreds of questions.
Analyze the problems.
Yeah, analyzing the problem. That we don't tend to do it. We don't feel like doing it because based on our experience, based on our education or previous experience or previously the same type of situation was there, so we tend to jump out the solution. Every word has different meanings for different people. Is there any one thing which has only one meaning for all the people? No. If I select a word night, that word has a different meaning for different people. For a small child, night means sleeping. I will go for a sleep. For a robber, night means his duty has started. For a policeman, yeah, he also duty has started. Or his on duty may emphasize on the night hours. Okay. For other child, night may be a very this thing. He might fear because night some people ghost comes or somebody might have told him. So it's a fear for him. So one word carries different meaning for different people. So when Einstein was there is a good thing that Einstein was told that if you have to save the world and I'll give you 1 hour, you give me the solution. So what Einstein did, 55 minutes he analyzed on the problem, and in last 5 minutes he found out the solution. So do we do this type of activities? We do completely reverse things. In 5 minutes we come up with solutions. So the basic impact of our habituality, which have already been right from the childhood, we have been trained to do this. So why, again I come back to this thing, my subject of being a master of your memory. What I mean to say by mastering your memory is to develop the skills of your memory. Because your memory has n number of potentials. Now, can you tell who has developed the computers? A human being? A human being has designed a computer, and computer has you have to just replace the chip and the memory is increasing. But is it possible that to keep a chip over here in human brain and to increase our memory? There is no chip like that. But apart from that, we have the inner potential to memorize all these things. So if we understand, if we learn the techniques of how to use it, use it for our own potential, for our own benefit, then we can create miracles. We can remember n number of things. The reason behind it, as I told, the right brain and the left brain both have its own performance and own importance. Now I'll just again elaborate a little bit about the left and the right brain. Left brain, we think logical, the listing part, the maths which we study in the school, which we grab, the formulas and all. That our left brain helps us to think about the logical things. Now this logical brain is developed after the age of 10 years. More precisely, the maths we do it from the KG 1, 2, 3, 4. But this logical thing is developed only after the age of 10. So this memory techniques, if we try to explain to the person who is after the age of 10, he'll be able to understand in a much more easier way, positive way, and he'll be able to grasp it in a proper way. Then the sequence. If we are giving a words, so 50 words, and you have to remember in the sequence. This you can do it by the left hand brain also and the right brain also. But the left brain, if you do it by sequentially doing this thing, there is a possibility that you may tend to forget in between things. But the right brain, which is a creative brain, imaginative brain, visual brain, if you try to adopt this styles and if you try to learn this with imaginary things, you may not forget even 100 words also in a sequence, not even forgetting one word in between. This has been proved and tested throughout the world. So people have shown wonderful results wherein they are not only words, the numbers. Now if I give you an example, okay, imagine an elephant. What you will imagine? Imagine an elephant. Usual size, an elephant. Or does your mind take a picture ELEPHANT?
Black in color.
No. The word does it take? If I say visualize an elephant, so does ELEPHANT?
Not that
The image comes in front of the picture. Image comes in front of the picture. So if we imagine, because we the human beings only have this power of imagination. The birds, animals, they don't have this power. So imagination is such a power wherein we can imagine anything for this thing. Now can you imagine that this health library, you are holding it in your one finger and you are rotating? Can you imagine? Just imagine. It's not possible. But can you imagine? So this is the power which we have.
You can do anything.
Yes. So our right brain helps us to imagine many things. But do we imagine many things? In the process of all, just make a round from your childhood till now. How many of you have imagined things? How many of you have tried this activity of imagining things, thinking differently? Okay, one simple question I ask you. Every day you from your place you go to the office or school or market, anywhere. Do you go by the same road every night? Most of
only
us.
one day.
Sorry?
If there is only one road.
No, if
Yeah.
I'll say that there are the one way which you know.
No. Yeah.
Okay, there might be possibly different ways. But do we try all those ways? Okay, sure, this one way you take, okay?
Not all the time.
Okay. Now, do you know? This is just don't give me the answer. But do you know that how many ways are there to go to your office or to the marketplace or to the school? That is important because most of our time, what happens? There are some people. I'll not say all who tend to go pick up one road which they are comfortable. So they comfortably go by that road, comfortably come by that road, and they are happy with that. But if a situation which comes, that road is blocked, then they search for another road. So if a person knows what are the different types of roads, and if one more thing, apart from this, to develop our skills, what we can do. Suppose if you know 3 roads are there, suppose one road is the shortest road as you said, the other route is the longest route, and the third one is in between some shortcuts or something, zigzag, patli gali, right, great. Perfect word, patli gali. Okay, so there are 3 different routes you know, but you'll always tend to